Hey everybody, welcome to Teo's Take. Today we're unboxing a Dyson robot vacuum. This is their latest robot vacuum. It's called Dyson 360 Vis Nav. Let's go ahead and see what's in this box and see if it's worth $1,200. It works surprisingly good. It has no problem going under the furniture. I was very surprised when I saw this going under our living room set because they're kind of low, and our previous iRobot was easily going under, but this felt kind of thicker out of the packaging, but still it works very well. Additionally, I noticed it works also good when it's over the TV cables and stuff. It stops, kind of takes a second, and then finds a way to get out without messing up with the cables, which is really cool. I put that stool over there on purpose to see what it's going to do, how it's going to figure out to work around it or go under. And it certainly does. I mean, look how tight of a space this thing managed to get in. Very impressive. And look at it, there are TV cables back there, didn't even make a mess. If it was iRobot, those cables were all over the place, probably suck them all in. But this thing is designed to not to do that, which is a huge bonus. Because one of the things most people don't use their robot vacuums is they don't want to pick up their house before the cleaning. I mean, it technically defeats the whole purpose. If you're going to pick up everything, might as well do the vacuuming too with your stick vacuum. What's the point of having a robot vacuum? Plus, like, if you're not at home and if you're going to go ahead and set the schedule to run, you really don't want to deal with picking up everything. I mean, yeah, obvious things you want to pick it up, like the, kids' toys and this and that. But other than that, you don't want to keep unplugging TV cables and this and that so you can vacuum. See, when it comes to stairs, it kind of slowly goes to the edge. The sensors underneath, recognizing it, slows down and figures out how to get out of there. which is kind of silly. Our old machine will just go to the edge of the stairs and come back. The dumb machine, which didn't do any mapping, didn't have any intelligent sensors on it. But this guy does a great job, except slow hiccups like this. But I think there's a reason to it. As you see, it stopped again. If any of you knows or experienced this kind of stuff with your Dyson robot, please let me know in the comments. And here she is, comfortably going in back to its base units for charging, which is, according to documentation, you're not supposed to have anything left and right 50 centimeters, about a foot and a half. So, but this one has no problem going into that tight space. So let's talk about this. Is Dyson 360 Vis Nav a good robot vacuum? It's an excellent robot vacuum, designed perfectly. It operates just like any other Dyson stick vacuum. It has a little, navigation system built in. It does maps and everything, and you can actually divide in different segments. Like our second floor, we have 3 sections, living room, dining room, and kitchen area. I can literally create 3 different zones on the app, and I can tell this thing to go clean only kitchen, or go clean kitchen and dining room, or kitchen and living room, or the whole thing. It also tells you estimated finish time, which is, I think it's very helpful, because one of those things that I never liked with the dumb robot vacuums, basically, you never know when it's going to end, and you have to go somewhere, you have to do something, and you have to babysit the silly thing. Other than that, the only problem with this vacuum is the price. $1,200, a little steep for a vacuum, for a robot vacuum for everyone. But when you think about it, average person keeps their robot vacuum. We bought our iRobot about 5 years ago. We used it. As long as you maintain it, it works flawlessly. I only had to change the battery once. I don't know how those things are going to happen with this one. I'm counting on Dyson's aftermarket services, warranty services, and things like that, because it's a good brand name. It's not some typical vacuum you pick up off of the internet. Some no-name robot promises you everything. Also, I know it's a difficult decision to make. Buying a $200 robot vacuum does pretty much the same stuff, or a $1,200 robot vacuum. What are you paying $1,200 for? Well, you're paying $1,200 for the name, the brand name, the quality that you're used to. If you ever used Dyson vacuums, even Dyson's little hand vacuums, they work. And there's even an aftermarket, the used Dyson vacuum market out there that you can easily turn around and sell these things if you're not happy with it. So those are the reasons I purchased this, and the way I'm looking at it, $1,200. If this thing lasts us around 5 to 6 years, I'm happy with it. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop me a line. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and feel free to drop me a comment as well. And if you think this is a useful content for you, feel free to go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing up many more stuff to this channel, and hopefully you'll be part of my team, my audience. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.